Right, I'm going to do another film review today, and sort of a review of the Blu Ray as well. Obviously, it's meant to be Doomsday and everything, but I don't think that obviously didn't happen, and I don't think it's really going to happen now. So, we'll still look at a good Doomsday movie. It is The Omega Man, or Omega Man, whatever you want to call it, of Charlton Heston. Now, this is one of the many films based on Richard Matheson's book I Am Legend, and it's my personal favourite. It's one of the least accurate to the book. This and the Will Smith version are both very inaccurate to the book, but this is probably the most fun one. If you want to see the most accurate one to the book, I'd suggest watching the Vincent Price, The Last Man on Earth. But this is the best fun. It's basically about Charlton Heston is one of the only survivors of a biological war between Russia and China that somehow affected the US, and everyone's dead, or at least he thinks everyone's dead, and he goes around as essentially the last man on Earth, you know, driving around in the day and everything, and at night he's attacked by the family. And in the book they were all vampires and everything, but in this film they're basically just guys who wear sunglasses and black robes and are Luddites and want to kill him because he is the man of the wheel and he uses technology, and they're led by a guy who looks like Jimmy Savile. So the film itself is really enjoyable. It's a really over-the-top action film, and it's great fun. The Blu-ray is really good. It might seem a bit odd to people that I buy a lot of old films on Blu-ray, especially ones that are obviously you think wouldn't look very good, but I found with a lot of Blu-rays they do much better remasters than they did for the DVD. So the picture quality in this is fantastic. It's a really good soundtrack. It was done by his name's either Ron Grainer or Ron Granger, depends how you want to pronounce it, and it was the guy who did the Doctor Who theme who did the soundtrack to the Omega Man. Interesting enough, the UK rating was a PG and Republic of Ireland was a 15, and there's two other European ratings there which are 16s for it, and there's also a bit in the top in Spanish or Italian that says or it might even be French, that says 18. So it's a bit odd the UK ratings are PG, because I definitely wouldn't call it a PG, at least I call it, you know, give it a 12. But it's enough really about pointlessly talking about things to do with the actual Blu-ray release. But yeah, it's a really good film, quite campy, lots of fun action in it. Charlton Heston, you know, doing the sort of grisly one-liners, grumbling all the time. Some really sort of obvious bits where they use the stunt double. There's a bit where he's on a motorbike being chased by the family, and every time it switches to the motorbike going fast, you can see it's a guy with completely different coloured hair and a completely different face. And then when it switches back to a close-up, it's always Heston with blonde hair rather than the grey hair. But yeah, it's a really enjoyable film. I quite liked it. It's a good watch, and I'd recommend either the Blu-ray or the DVD. But as I said, the Blu-ray is a much better remaster than the DVD, so it's worth, if you see them for similar prices, just getting the Blu-ray. And it's a good, you know, last man on Earth shit hits the fan film, where one guy's trying to hold off hordes of sort of, no, not really zombies, but you get the idea.